So here's how to replace the memory card slot on a PSP 2000 or 3000. The process is essentially the same between the two. You're just going to want to add some solder to these 2 points first. I'm using 380 degrees Celsius. So we'll get it added here. To get the pad loose, I'm just lifting it up slightly. And that one's good. And that one's good. Now we will have to use the hot air machine. I'm going to be using 655 degrees Fahrenheit. And where you're going to want to apply the heat is right along this area right here. Just close enough to get the solder loose and liquefied on these pads. For these, I do prefer to remove the first port, or the original port first, before removing the port off the donor board. Just so that you know that you didn't melt the connections. So let's get started. Preferably you want to go straight down, but can't quite get that angle for this. And then you just want to use some tweezers to lightly lift up the side to see if it starts to become a little loose. But you'll ideally be looking pretty close at the solder along the points to see if it is liquefied. Usually the pads that take the longest to liquefy are going to be the one or two right over here. The middle and the right usually liquefy pretty easily. They're starting to get pretty loose at this point. Usually you want to keep them all together. And there we go. Now you're going to want to check to see if you did a good job at removing it or not, to see if you have any melted plastic on the underside. And that looks good. So you just have to do the same process, but on the donor board. Because that one you don't want to mess up. But we'll clean the pads on this one first, which means you got to get your soldering iron out again. Then I recommend using some isopropyl alcohol as well as some flux. You'll do a little bit of flux on the pins. Get some new solder on them. Then I'm going to use 99% isopropyl alcohol. Clean up the flux, because otherwise it's going to be really sticky when you apply the new port on, and the memory stick just is not going to go in there and come out easily. And then once you have this all cleaned up, then you can start removing the slot off the donor board. If you happen to need a donor board, I typically sell them on my website, everythingpsp.com. So you can check them out over there. Otherwise, you can just find, there might be some options to buy them, or just buy like new replacement ports, but I don't know the quality for those. So we'll get removing the port that we're going to install on the other system. Essentially the same process, except you just want to be a little bit more careful. Overall, I'd say this process might take you 10 to 15 minutes maybe, if you're doing everything right, I guess, and if you already have your tools. And I would not recommend adding flux to remove the port, because it's just going to gum it all up and you'll just make it harder on yourself. So again, you're applying heat right around this area, just not too close, so you don't want to go and then melt the plastic for the connector. It looks like it's just about off now. Just got to get it loosened mostly on the left pin and then the far right ones. Yeah, that left pin is always most stubborn. Now to see how we did. And that looks good. Now we'll just reinstall it in the other board. And I like to start out with lining up these two pads up here first. And then you just want to get that on and then look at the lineup for these pins. And then make sure you get the top pad oriented right. Looks good. Maybe slightly adjust it. There we go. Now we will use some hot air in the same area to reattach those pins. This aspect is usually pretty quick. Usually I like to use a flat head, and then you gotta watch really close as the solder melts. Usually I'll push down and see the areas that you'll be able to see if it's liquid or not based on pushing down and pressure. All right, it looks like most of the pins or most of it's liquefied, except for maybe the far left pin. Okay, and then usually I'll go across like this, and I'll focus more on the right side as I slowly apply pressure. And I'll move the hot air away. Move pressure alongside until it hardens. All right, and now we will check the pins to see if there are any loose. All right, they all seem good. Then if you did have some pins that were loose, you can either reapply the hot air to the area and do it a little bit longer. I'd say that's probably the easiest way. If you do the soldering iron, you're gonna want it like a fine tip, more like this one versus the other one that I've been using. To slightly touch up the pin. I wouldn't necessarily suggest using flux because you don't want to get it up in here to make it more difficult to pop the memory card in and out. But this should be good. And then you're going to want to check your gaps here. And on this side looks a little large. So I will apply some more heat to it. Like that. That side looks good. So right now it's all done, and now we just have to check it see how it reads. Then I'll just install it in this system. All right, now let's pop it in, and there we go. And this one's good to go. But yeah, I'd say this is about maybe a 15-minute process if you're just doing the repair rather than filming it. But yeah, usually it works.